Here we go. Just doing some basic missions in the showcasing and some of these special wing skill abilities that you receive. Those within the game that are pretty nice to have. Like I have this ability with my sonar where I can do damage to the enemy without the worry of, you know, special weapons or weapon add-ons or anything like that. So I'm just kind of showing what these capabilities are. Okay, and the enemies are extremely crafty as well, too, I should say. There's a mine called a seeker mine where it goes out and searches for the enemy, and I have the seeker mine skill where it allows you to do what is called an air burst, where the seeker mine basically shoots up in the air and it covers, or I should say blankets, the entire area with explosive fiery grenades. And then there's the special master skill that you get when you unlock all of the wings. You get a special master skill, and that master skill is extremely valuable, I must say that.
Hostile forces approaching.
Alright, they're coming back this way. So I'm doing the air burst grenade now. Weapon crafting system in the game is pretty unique as well too. Weapons are pretty responsive, fairly decent in terms of upgrading the weapons. I don't really have any complaints about the weapons. The weapons are pretty decent. The one major credit I can give the game is the weather conditions. The weather conditions in the game are absolutely beautiful, and I gotta give hats off to Ubisoft for what they did with the weather conditions, because of all the games that I've played that simulated weather conditions, this is by far the best I've ever seen. And I've been to New York, and I love cold weather. I love snowy weather, and I've been to New York and I've seen the weather in New York, and I mean, it's like spot on accurate, I'm sorry. So if you're from New York, it's beautiful on a sunny day, and it's beautiful during the cold weather seasons. So not much complaint from me on that one. But they did an amazing job with the weather conditions. Okay, let's see, what's our next mission here? You know what? I have 2 missions that I have to collect mission rewards. I have to go collect on 2 missions here.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Where's Where's the JTF guy at?
Gonna miss you around here. Didn't think I was gonna say that. It's hard to trust anyone these days, you know?
Alright.
But you
Got
really
permission
made
for
a
that one.
difference.
Go to the Kips Bay safe house. Okay. And obviously you can restock all of your spent let's see, what is this? Okay. Your spent weaponry, ammunition, grenades, and all that good stuff. Okay, so I have to go to another
Warning,
safe house
now leaving the safe area.
to get my other benefit. Well, let's just travel the street. I would fast travel, but kind of want to showcase the game a little bit. So anyone that hasn't gotten the game, if you're thinking of getting the game, it's definitely worth it. If you're debating whether or not you want to get it, if you're debating whether or not you either want to get that or say Call of Duty Black Ops or Rainbow Six Siege, this one definitely has some activity advantages. There's a lot more to do in this game than just doing story missions, you know, and basically generic side quests. There's a lot to do in the Division, and if you are considering getting the season pass, I definitely recommend it. That's a bad decision, man. Like that. One thing I can tell you from experience of playing this game is that the enemies are extremely intelligent. I mean, extremely intelligent. I mean, these guys, I've never seen AI enemy respond to attacks the way these enemies do. They're very intelligent, and on higher difficulties, it's almost scary to think that these enemies are good enough to mimic human enemies. And I mean that with all consideration. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, if you're looking for a good shooter with more to do than just do a story mission or play online multiplayer, it definitely has some diversities to it. There's a lot more you can do on here. So, you know, I would recommend it to anybody that wants a little adventure along with a little online PvP or good story-based action. So it's a pretty well-rounded game. Like I said, the menu takes some getting used to. It really does. You know, so I definitely recommend to anyone playing the game, be patient with it, you know, learn it really well. Because there's a lot of confusing things about it. I mean, it takes a little getting used to, you know, how they have the menu system set up. But, I mean, once you figure it out, I mean, it becomes second nature.
The patients kept on coming. I mean, you work ER, you're always ready for a bad night. But this was every day, and it never stopped. More people coming in, same symptoms.
There's a lot of skills in the game that are extremely useful. I mean, they're all useful. Gonna have their particular preference. Me, I like the tank character. I like being able to support the team and, you know, being that guy that suppresses the enemy. And there's a lot of skills that complement that type of character. If you're building a specific type of character, it's definitely a game that gives you options to do so. So, you know, going forward, if you're looking for a game where you can, you know, create a character with you know, some beneficial abilities to assisting your teammates. This is definitely one of those games that does so. Your character has an identity on this game. What the
hell is your problem?
And it gives you the feeling that your character has some sort of special purpose, and that's what I like about it. You know, instead of the same old, you know, shooter game. Okay, I needed to go. Where's the guy I need to talk to? Okay, not him, the board. Go to Kips Bay Safe House. Okay, I just did that. Are you kidding me? Just went to the safe house. Alright, so go to Kips Bay Safe House. Okay.
Hey, you need a little something? Got your eye on something? Another time, maybe.
Well, let's take a look at this real quick. So this is how the menu system works. Basically, everything is grouped into one category instead of just being separate. This is your gear vendor. You have your masks. You have your holsters and whatever else the guy may sell. And then you have the option to either sell or buy. If you look at the screen really good, you see the attributes for each particular item in the categories. Those categories are a little confusing if you don't understand them. If you look at the top of my screen where you see those numbers in the thousands area, those are your primary skill sets. So you have your primary weapon damage per second. So the higher that number, the more damage per second your weapon can do. And that's just your overall base DPS. Now DPS is what has to do with your weapon damage. The higher your DPS, the more damage your weapon can do. If you look right underneath that number where it says primary DPS, if you look under that number to 17,850, you see firearms and it says 582. When your DPS goes up, so does your firearm damage. So if you look to the far right where it says skill power, it says 8,995. But then if you see in the red column, that number is reduced. You don't want to reduce your electronics because it means that items like your seeker mines, they're not as effective, or they can be destroyed, or they can be hacked, because there's enemies in the game that can actually hack your turrets and your landmines. So increasing that ability means that you have more effective skills to use, you know, depending on how you use them. So that menu system or that setup can be quite taxing if you're not sure of what to do. Okay, go to Kips Bay Safe House. Okay, I was just there. It's telling me to go to the safe house. I go to the safe house. And I am doing what?
You are now entering a safe area.
Okay. Where am I going?
Come and take a look before it's all gone.
Alright, I'm confused. Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, here we go. Alright, I got credit for that mission. Alright, so now we're good. Wait, another one? Oh, okay, that's it. So yeah, I definitely recommend The Division. It's worth investing into.
Warning, you are now leaving the safe area.
I would highly recommend the Season Pass. Because if you're playing the game for the first time, or you're thinking of getting the game for the first time, get the Gold Edition. It's worth it. The Season Pass is worth it. I don't know if I can show it, or if yeah, no, I won't be able to show it because it's already embedded into the system. But the Season Pass, for starters of the game, basically gets you you know, some startup items. It gets you some resources, crafting resources. You get a bunch of different items. You get a weapon. You get skins. You get outfits. And if you're not a member, you'll see that come up from time to time in the game. If you're not a member of the Ubisoft Club, I would definitely recommend being a member. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for it, and you get free stuff, you know, for joining. So definitely, you know, invest into it. You know, I may sound like an employee of Ubisoft. I wish, but I'm not. I'm just a guy that believes in their products, and I love what they do with their games. A lot of people have their doubts about the game, you know, but I've been playing a lot of Ubisoft games for a long time, and I like what their games offer. You know, they're one of the only companies out there, of very few, that actually puts quality into their games. So if their games are delayed, I definitely don't mind it.
Give it a head. Jack me a new coat. This fool deserves to die. Damn, I love having a gun again. Let's do this, guys!
Forgive me, guys, for going silent a little bit. Had to take a phone call. Didn't want to be rude. Okay, I'll run to my kitchen and get me something to drink. So if you guys will forgive me, I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere, so please hang on. Thank you. Alright. Sorry about that. So what I'm doing now, I don't know if you guys can see these little weapon symbol on the screen. I'm going to locate items for me to upgrade my weapons. There's contaminated zones in the game, and you definitely want to upgrade your medical wing to receive filter upgrades so that you can visit those zones and pick up, you know, good stuff in those areas. Alright, where? Oh, here we are, right here. Okay, weapon parts. The weapon parts are essential because they allow you to either create blueprints or allow you to upgrade your weapons, and that's always a good thing. Oh, here's another one. Nice. Okay, so let's see, where's our next mission at? Alright, so we're going to do another security wing mission. I recommend doing all the side missions first before doing the much larger missions, because the side missions build
Active
up your...
echo beacon detected.
Build up your... Wait a minute. Oh, okay, he's over there. The side missions build up your credits to upgrade your wings. Your security wing, medical wing, and tech wing. I say do the side missions first because there's so many of them. I mean, literally so many of them. So if you want to level up quick, get the side missions out of the way, get yourself up to say like level 10, and then if you're level 10, if you feel you're good enough at the game, and you've understood enough of it at that point, then I would say, you know, do some of the more higher level missions, you know, to get, you know, bigger XP bonuses. But understand the mechanics of the game first before you go down that road, because, you know, if you look at it from a point of view of being, you know, just like all the other shooters, you're going to do yourself a disservice, and you know, that wouldn't be a good thing.
Tracking signal. Analysis complete. Uploading coordinates.
I'm doing a lot of these missions solo. I usually have buddies that I play with, but I'm doing a lot of these missions solo. Just to give you an idea of how tough it can be, you know, individually. But if you're confident in your game and, you know, you're using the environment and, you know, tactics, you know, it's not going to be hard. It's not a hard thing to do. The one thing that I highly recommend in this game is that if you want to do a lot of these missions solo, just be... What? How did I fail it? Alright, so it's telling me I failed a mission. There's a lot of glitches in the game. There's a lot of glitches in the game. It's one of the setbacks. And the enemy, like I said, can get very intelligent on you. They can get very creative and figure out ways of manipulating your ability to underassume them. And I say underassume with the greatest respect, because the enemy will make you feel stupid. The Division enemy, or I should say the Division AI, is not an enemy that you really want to take lightly. I definitely don't recommend taking them lightly. They're very intelligent, and they will use the environment. They will use your tactics against you. So just be forewarned. Is this a good item? Nope. This one is though. Alright, so it told me I showed that mission. So let's see here. 2426. The big missions, if you're patient enough, you can beat them. However, it's a lot better if you have somebody play with you. I don't recommend doing it, you know, solo, unless you absolutely want to. I try to stay away from doing them because I want to do them with
it looks like
you know, a group of people. It's better when you plan it with people than
go for a walk later.
Play solo. Because the enemies get very aggressive, and you're solo. They know that you solo, and they will rush you. And when I say rush you, I mean literally rush you. Knowing that you're alone, knowing that you're by yourself, they'll try to ambush you quickly. I mean, it'll be a very short fight if you're not well prepared. The smaller missions you can handle by yourself, regardless of the level of the city that you're in, or borough, I should say. If you're a higher level and you want to tackle, say, like if you're like a level 20 and you want to tackle, say, 16 to 18 mission, I mean, yeah, you could do that by yourself, because there's really not much the enemy can do to you. I mean, it can still do damage to you, but not as much because of your higher level. And here is a contaminated zone that I would like to go into and take a look at. It requires a level. Okay, if you look at the upper screen, alright, let's see here.
Warning. Readings indicate this area is contaminated.
So we're in a contaminated zone, and it requires a level 4 filter. You know what? I'm gonna redo this video. Yep, I'm gonna redo this video. There's some helpful information that I've given in this video. I'm not gonna delete this video. I'm gonna actually keep it, but I'm gonna redo it, meaning that I'm gonna do another video, and I'm gonna do a more detailed example of the game. So I'm actually gonna stop this one right here. But before I leave, I just want to let anyone know that may watch the video that it's a worthy game to buy. It's definitely a worthy game to buy, and I'll go into more detail about my gear and, you know, abilities in the game and stuff like that. So just be looking out for my next video, and I'm just not satisfied with this video. I think that I can do more to explain it. So I hope this video is helpful to anyone in terms of whatever information I've given. But I'm gonna actually do another video that's even more detailed, because I have information at my disposal that allows me to give more detailed expressive information, or expressive information, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off right here, but I will end it by saying that it is an enjoyable game, so don't worry about that. It's an enjoyable game. Okay, thank you for watching.